Hi, this is Jen with blogdesign.tv. Today we're going to do a tutorial on WordPress's custom menu structure and how to use it and how it works. A lot of people already know how to use this feature, but this tutorial is really for people who are absolute beginners. And although you've read tutorials, you've played around with things on WordPress, you may not understand fully all the potential that the custom menu feature has. Um, First thing you want to do is log into your dashboard, which I'm already logged in now. And as usual, to the left, you'll see basically the menu structure for your WordPress dashboard. And under Appearance, you'll see a flyout menu that will show you the option to choose menus. Now, before you choose that, it's very important to understand that in order to have the menus available to create the custom menu layout, you need to have your WordPress pages and categories already created first. You can obviously create a custom link within WordPress if you want to link out to other pages or sites that are not part of your menu, but in general, for pages that are within your site, you want to make sure that you've got them all set up already. Again, the same thing applies with the categories feature because with the WordPress custom menu, you can add categories and pages in your menu, which is totally convenient. So we're going to go under the Appearance tab, which contains the Menus feature. And you just hit on Menus. Right now I've got a menu created called Main Menu, and I have it already selected here in the primary menu box, which depending on the template you're using, it's normally one menu, but in some themes, it can be up to five. It could be a menu in the footer, a menu above the header, a menu below the header, um, beyond the standard navigation. So it's always good to recognize that you have to select a menu for each place. With this theme, this is the default WordPress theme 2012. It only has one primary menu option, so you're going to select that when you want to create the menu. You just make sure you always hit save after you make your changes so it can take on the live site. So with WordPress menus, they've basically gotten rid of a lot of the headaches that many designers came across whenever they would try to create menus or have menus display in a certain way. Now it's pretty easy. Let's start from scratch. I'm going to delete this menu that I already have made, and just we're going to start over. As you can see now, there's nothing but a new fresh page. So we're going to name this menu Main, and you just hit the Create Menu button right here towards the right. It's blue. And once you create your menu and you've named it, you have options to create another menu, such as footer, now, for this theme, like I said, you really don't need any other menu options, just one. But in another tutorial, I will explain to you how even with a one primary menu option in your theme, you can display custom menu options in your sidebar. And I'll show you that in another tutorial. But so now we're back under the main menu tab. And as you can see, it's empty. Just like the widgets panel, this is pretty intuitive. You scroll down, and if you want to choose some pages, you basically, normally I hit view all, so I can get a fresh start from top to bottom. It's normally alphabetical, and first thing most people choose is the home option, because whether you created a home page or not, that will usually be there because WordPress knows most people want a home page, and that goes straight back to the index page. So I check home, I'm going to check about, I'm going to check blog, I'm going to check content, and I'm going to check pages. Also, if you keep scrolling down, you'll see another widget for categories. Again, I hit view all so you can see everything, and I'm going to choose articles and news. Um, First, it would be smart, and I shouldn't have done this, but to click add to menu, because it's only going to render one group of menu items at once, and then scroll down to the two items I already selected and hit add to menu for the categories. And now you can see all the items you chose to specifically display on your menu are now lined up. The great thing about WordPress is you can drag and drop items in any order that you want. Again, I know for many of you who already know this, this doesn't seem like anything brilliant, but for many who don't know WordPress, this is very, very useful. So let's just say you want the blog link to appear after the home link, or let's say you want it to appear last. You just put your mouse over the tab and drag it down to the bottom and drop it. And there it is. Very important to save your options after you do it. So we're going to hit this blue button to the right called Save. And once it's saved, you see this yellow message box above that lets you know. And the next step would be to go over here to the theme locations and use the drop down and choose the main menu option and hit save. So now WordPress knows your menu is going to be on the home page. The main menu across your site is going to be these menu items. And if we look at the live site, this is the default menu structure that I had before. If you refresh the page, you'll now see that all the options that you created in your custom menu are now there. So again, a very useful tool, and that's just not the end of it. There's a lot more. Let's just say that for the pages menu option, you want to create some sub pages. No problem. You scroll over to your pages widget area over here on the left, and let's say you want to check these 3 pages right here and make them sub page menu links in the navigation menu. You check them and then you hit add to menu. What it's going to do is automatically fall right underneath the last menu option that was chosen. That really doesn't give you the subcategory feel that you want. All that does is create more menu options. So again, the drag and drop feature comes in really handy. Let's start with this one. Right nav sidebar. You just drag it up to pages, and instead of dropping it to where it's aligned evenly, you indent it towards the right slightly, and you'll see the dashed line box around it letting you know it's taking it, and you just let go. And you do the next thing, you drag it right under the right nav sidebar submenu and drop it. And one more, same thing. And now you've got 3 sub page menus underneath your pages menu. And again, you just make sure you hit the save button. And now you see it's been updated, and you go to the live site, hit refresh, and under pages you now have 3 sub menus. The same thing can apply for categories. The same thing can apply for pages. It just totally flexible and gives you a lot of control. Now, let's just say you don't know CSS, you don't know how to capitalize the wording in your menu. The default CSS is set to capitalize, and let's say you want to make it uppercase, all uppercase. Or let's say that you only want to make certain words uppercase. Or let's just say you want to keep the page name to be about in the page structure, but on the menu you want it to say about us. Well, that's very easy with this WordPress custom menu. You just click on the arrow right here to the right of the About menu, and right where it says Navigation Label, you can capitalize About Us and give it a new navigational title. You don't have to be stuck with what the pages display. You can name it whatever you want. Let's do another example. You can just minimize this. You're not going to see the immediate effect until you hit save. Just keep that in mind. So let's say you want to change contact to email us, and you want that capitalized also. You can even put a description. Even though it won't show on the main menu, it will be read in the meta tags, which is always good. So let's say you want to say, send us an email today, or whatever you want. I highly recommend you use these descriptions, even if publicly people cannot see it. They're very useful. And you close that window and you hit save. And once it's saved, you look on the live site, refresh, and now you can see the About Us menu link is capitalized and the Email Us menu link is capitalized, and the rest are lowercase. You can do that for all of the items or just a few. You can do a whole lot with this menu. You can add a title attribute, which is always useful but not necessary. And let's just say you want to link to somewhere off of your site that's not part of the structure of your site. Well, WordPress made that very simple too. All you've got to do is over here in the Custom Links tab on the left, they've already got the HTTP / for you ready to go. So let's just say you type in the URL where you want something to go, your label, which is the name that will appear on the menu. Let's say search engine will be the label. You click add to menu, and there it is right at the bottom, search engine. You hit the save button. Always remember to save. And now when you go to the live site and you refresh the page, you will see that search engine has been added. It's in the last place of the menu structure. And when you click it, it will take you to Google. So that's that. And basically, that's how it works. It's very simple. You can have limitless options with this feature, and it will really just make your site more customized, more personal, and do what you want it to do. So thank you very much for checking out this menu tutorial, and make sure to visit blogdesign.tv for more WordPress tutorials.